Hold on. It's trying to go. Hey, thank you for watching us today. This is Two Queers in a Truck, only one today. So just want to thank y'all for joining us today. It's cold outside, and today I'm going to be picking up the President of the United States. That is Donald Trump. So let me lower my radio down. Alexa, stop.
Well,
Hey,
thank you
Donald.
very much. It's a pleasure to be here. This is a tremendous show, a great show. People often say it. They tell me all the time, Christian, that you are the best interviewer in the Queen City, a great city. I love North Carolina. Won it by a whole lot of votes. A lot of people voted for me in North Carolina. Great state.
Mr. President, can I call you Donnie? Or that
That
tune?
that works. That
All
works. You can do
all
that.
right. Well, listen, Donnie, I have a lot of questions for you because we're very confused here in the great state of North Carolina,
Well, let me just
and
say that we have some
yes,
tremendous news today. The FDA has approved Pfizer vaccine for emergency use. Tremendous thing. We are doing great things to end this pandemic. No thanks to Beijing Biden. It's
uh,
America, number one.
Beijing Biden, is that Joe Biden or is that okay?
Beijing Biden, Joe Biden, Sleepy
Yeah,
Joe. He's in bed with
yeah.
Beijing. Under a Trump administration, we will win against China. We will winning, but Biden will make us lose. That's why we are going to continue the fight to make sure that the election is properly counted. There's a lot of questions around Dominion,
Mhm.
lots of questions.
Yeah, I know you've
More votes than Obama.
well, I know you've shared that you thought that you were cheated. I'm curious, how do you think you were cheated in the election?
The Supreme Court has really let us down. No wisdom, no courage.
But
The
didn't
American
you?
people deserve answers.
But didn't you appoint three of those justices?
I'm
Uh,
sorry, you were breaking up. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
uh,
Next
uh,
question. Next question.
yeah, well, uh, we've had a lot of when people heard I was gonna be picking you up today in the truck, and uh, it's cold out here, so I had to put my hoodie on. What do you think of that group, Black Lives Matter?
I'm the greatest president of our lifetimes.
All right,
I am the
okay,
president who created the Space Force. The
yeah,
Space Force will keep us safe from
yeah,
threats in space from China, from
mm,
Russia,
yeah.
and even though aliens don't exist, from the aliens, greatest force.
Well, I have some more questions. You mentioned the Dominion. Is that the people who make sugar? Was that? Uh,
Sugar is a great thing. I'm a big fan, although I don't really drink sugary drinks. I'm mostly a fan of Diet Coke, big
yeah.
Diet Cokes. I take my health very very seriously. That's why I only eat the highest quality McDonald's food
Well,
all the
I I
time.
I I don't know if you watch the show, but I love me some Mickey D's. I mean, I love McDonald's. They got the best fries. You can eat them like a month after. Put them in the nuke
They
'em in the microwave.
they
Yeah,
great American food.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I mean, we got something in common there. I'm trying to find some commonality. So this show is called Two Queers in a Truck. What do you think about gay people?
I am the most LGBTQ friendly president we have ever seen. Remember, Obama wasn't for gay rights until 2012, but I was on the very fake news CNN, very fake news, but even when they asked me about Caitlyn Jenner,
Mhm,
whichever restroom she's going to use, I said I
mhm.
don't care as long as you wash your hands. I'm a germaphobe, so
Yeah.
you got to wash your hands. And as long as you wash your hands, I don't care which bathroom you use in Trump Tower. A very great building, beautiful building, best building in New York. Or at
Well,
Mar-a-Lago, my great golf course, best golf course. Caitlyn Jenner can use whichever bathroom she wants as long as she washes her hands.
speaking of hands,
Look
there's
at
a
these
lot of.
hands. These are not tiny hands. There's no problem down there.
Yeah. So I know I'm on my way to pick you up, but where are you? It looks like you're on the moon or something, or is that Earth, or where?
I'm hanging out with the Space Force. We're doing some
Oh,
very secret things.
Space Force. Yeah, yeah. I heard about that. Is that like Star Wars, or what is that?
It's
Uh,
even better. It's like if Star Wars and Star Trek had a baby that was
oh,
raised by Battlestar Galactica.
yeah.
That's the Space Force. There's a
Are you
documentary out
are you putting the moon?
on the Amazon with Steve Carell. It's really good.
Oh, are you going to put a hotel there? Is that why you're there, or what's all that about? Just
We are
just
we are currently in negotiation with the Martians. This is very secret, but I'll tell you, only you, to put the best Trump Tower. But we have to partner with our
Mhm,
partners, the folks like Elon Musk or Jeff
mhm.
Bezos, to get into
Yeah.
space so that we can put the Trump Towers on the
I,
moon. We're gonna
I,
go to the moon, have a moon base. We got to get there before China. It's gonna be
yeah.
great things. America first.
So yeah, I don't know why. What do you got against China? What's your deal
I'm a
there?
big fan of China. They're very smart. They've been
Mhm,
eating our lunch for years. It's not their fault. It's not. It's our fault. It's
mhm.
It's our fault. We did it. We didn't do the deals right,
Yeah.
and they are eating our lunch, stealing our jobs, giving us corona, giving us corona.
I
Don't
thought that
forget
was a
about that.
Mexican. I thought Corona was a Mexican disease. What's go that the Corona Dos Equis, or what is that? I'm confused.
That's why we have to build that wall.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you do know that people can just climb over walls. I don't know if you
Then we just make
found.
the walls that much higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then they just tip them over. So I'm just,
Best best walls in America. Best walls. Big American steel
yeah.
walls
Mhm.
with
Well,
cameras and
uh,
electrical razor wire.
so I'd like to get back to this election because I was reading the news because I don't really read, but I was reading the news and on the internet, it said that you lost in the electoral college. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That they voted. It was some college
No
that
presidential candidate has ever even come close to losing an election who won Iowa, Florida, and Ohio. I won all three by a lot. 19 states are fighting for us, almost
Mhm.
unheard of support. It's tremendous things. There's lots of
Well,
problems with Dominion. We have to look
yeah,
into it. We are
yeah,
very confident. And if worse comes to worse, lots of big presents for the electors, because it's the
yeah,
electors that choose the president. The electors, they
yeah.
choose the president. And
Mhm.
so we have a lot of, you know, options with them.
Well,
Make them do
this,
the right thing.
well, apparently this college met. It was, I don't know where the college is, but I don't know, maybe it's
The
like maybe
best
like.
college in the world is Trump University.
Well,
The
I
best
was going to ask.
college.
No, I was going to ask you how come the Trump college didn't vote? I mean, why does this? I don't.
We are currently in
I'm.
negotiations. You know, things like this, they take time. They take
Yeah,
negotiations. You give and take and you ask. It takes some time, but we're working out deals behind the scenes, just like we did with the vaccine. And
yeah,
Pfizer is now approved to do doses.
yeah.
I'm already immune, so I won't be taking the vaccine. But for
Yeah.
everybody else, we will end Corona during a Trump administration.
Well, speaking of Corona and Pfizer, now Pfizer, if I remember correctly, they make that boner pill. And how do we know they're not putting some of that boner stuff inside that vaccine? You know.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just curious. I mean, there, I saw that on the internet. It was someone said one of my friends is on this group. It's called QA&A, QNA, and they said that that there was we shouldn't get that vaccine because they put all kinds of stuff in there, and I didn't know whether you knew anything about that. I figured since you're the president of the United States, you know, I'm just asking questions. I don't know. I'm just
I don't know anything about any boner pills. I never needed them. I am tremendous, virile on my own. I don't need that help. You can ask Melania. She will tell you I am relentless. Relentless.
Yeah, how come every time she holds your hand, Melania, she pushes your hand away? What's going on with that? I don't.
That's fake news. That's very fake
Oh,
news from the failing New
okay.
York Times, the very failing fake news from CNN. It's not
Yeah.
true. You don't see
Well,
that on Fox News, which is a
I don't.
great disappointment because they aren't parenting my talking points anymore.
Yeah. Well, I saw that. I saw that that you are on this other station called Newsweek or News
Newsmax,
Newsmax.
Newsmax. They are the
Yeah,
maximum news. They are the tremendous news. Go to Newsmax. It is the
Newsmax.
best news.
Are they on cable or I don't get cable. I can't afford cable.
They are
So
on the interwebs.
on the interweb. Oh, okay. That's what we're on. We're on the interweb. Yeah, we're
It's the only
interweb.
place for real news. Just like
Yeah.
interwebs is where Breitbart is located, a great place for good news that isn't
Yeah.
the failing New York Times.
Well, I thank you. I didn't know that, but I'll look it up. I'll Google it and see if I can find that on there. So what are you going to do if you lose this election? I mean, uh, I know you haven't conceded, but everyone's saying everyone on the internet that I'm reading says that you lost, that you're a loser.
This was
Didn't
the
know that.
most corrupt election in history by far, but we still won. We keep winning.
Hmm.
Winning is what Trump does. It's part
Yeah.
of my brand. We are winning.
Okay, but what happens if you lose? What are you going to do?
We are winning. Voter fraud, Dominion. We have won.
Well, yeah, but if you lose, let's just say hypodermically, if you lose, where are you going to go? You're going to go to,
Hypodermically, if we lose, we didn't lose. Trump won by a landslide,
yeah,
but they stole it from me. The very fake
yeah.
news, the deep state, the swamp.
I, question, and I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time. Why do you always talk in third person?
Trump does not understand your question.
I
Trump is
noticed.
a very smart man, but you have not formulated your question in a
Well,
smart way. Trump is having difficulties
another question I always wanted to ask you: if you're so smart, how come you keep firing everyone and everyone keeps quitting? I mean, I don't.
because everybody is wrong but me.
Yeah, that's. I
I
hear you.
demand excellence,
I
excellence in my buildings,
yeah.
excellence in my business, excellence in the bedroom.
So I read on the internet.
This is why Melania is always tired.
Yes, yeah, I read on the interweb this morning that the people who live around Mar-a-Lago are trying to pass some type of ordinance to prevent you from living there. What do you think about that?
10% of voters would have changed their vote if they had known about Hunter Biden. This is voter fraud.
So,
Wisdom and courage is what is needed to make
so
America great
I don't.
again.
Yeah, see, I don't understand that outrage. I don't get why y'all are focusing so much on Hunter Biden when you got some two ratty ass
The
boys.
laptop, the laptop.
Okay, well, so he had some porn on there. I mean, what's the big deal? I don't understand how's that bad? I'm just
I will just say, I will just say, I will just say,
yeah.
stock markets at an
Mm.
all-time high.
Uh, This,
under Trump.
yeah. Okay. Well, so, all right. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to know. I'll. Okay. What's like? Which is your favorite son? Is it Don Jr. or that other one? I don't even know the other one's name. Son
I
number.
have many. I have a great family, a beautiful family. Have you seen my daughter Melania? She's
Yeah,
quite beautiful.
I'm gay, so you know. Yeah, she's.
She's
Yeah.
the kind of beauty that could even turn a gay man straight. That could make
Well,
a father want to make love to his daughter.
yeah. The
She's a
name.
beautiful lady.
Yeah. Well, she does dress kind of snazzy. You know, I like her outfits and stuff, but you know, son number two, uh, why he's kind of stupid. What what's going on there? I mean, I don't know. I just asking that question. All right, you don't want to answer it. That's fine. I get it. So I guess that gets back to my question. What's going? So if you don't want to answer those questions about your son, why should Joe Biden answer the questions about his son?
Governor Kemp is down 18 points in a recent poll. Don't
Yeah.
believe it.
Well, that had nothing to do with my question, but I get it. So, uh, Mr. President, it's been so great to have you on here, and you've clarified so much. You
It's a
know,
pleasure to be here. I'm so
yeah,
glad I could help clear things
yeah,
up. There's been so much
yeah,
fake news going out there. It's good to set the record straight.
yeah. Well, you know, I still kind of curious. You know, you know, if what are you going to do? Are they going to like kick you out of the house, or what?
The White House isn't even that nice of a house. My place in Mar-a-Lago, so much better. I'll
Yeah.
just go there, do presidential stuff.
So
Sleepy
you
Joe can't do the job. He's going to call me in a week, be like, Don, Don, I need your help. And I'm going to be like, no.
well, uh, so will you gonna sneak out at night, or what? How's that going to work?
No, I'll take the helicopter.
You're gonna take the helicopter out at night. You're gonna sneak out with the helicopter,
No,
or
bright day, bright day. It'll
oh,
be
okay,
good fun. Make a big
yeah,
show of it.
yeah. So what happens if they put all your stuff out in the yard? I mean, who picks that up? I mean, if you don't leave, they're just gonna put all your stuff out in front of the White House. Uh, how's that
We
gonna
have a
work?
great group of
Yeah,
hardworking Mexicans who are
yeah,
going to do it. They're not the Mexicans, they're the Mexicans, and
yeah.
they will help us.
Well, that's okay. You think they're gonna help you? I mean, after all you've said, I mean, you think they're? I mean,
No, no, some are good people, some are good people. I
yeah.
said that. I
Mhm.
said that. There are good people on both sides.
So I know you said you don't like you call them illegals. I call them undocumented people, but you said you don't like illegals. Uh,
Aliens.
okay, well, speaking of aliens, what's that Stephen Miller? He looks like an alien. I mean,
I can't
he's an
disagree
alien,
with you
right?
there.
He's an alien. Have you seen him? He looks just like E.T. I mean,
He's
he
he's a very funny looking man.
yeah, he's freaky. I mean, he's too freaky. I don't get it. Yeah, well, you know, whatever's clever. You know, I don't know all that kind of stuff. Well, it's been fun talking to you. You know, we didn't have a lot of time because I know you're very busy. You're golfing. I saw you on the internet. I saw
It's
you
so
golfing.
true. There's
How do
no
you
way we lost this election, but it's so true.
how do you fit in those golf pants? You're big. I mean, did I was
It's an
like, how do
an all-American diet of Diet Coke
I don't
and McDonald's.
I mean, I get that you wear black pants to try to make you look skinnier, but then you wear the white shirt on the top. I don't. Why don't you just wear all black?
I
I
am
don't.
a man
Yeah,
of healthy carriage
yeah,
and and shirts of all colors matter.
yeah, yeah.
All
Well,
shirts matter.
yeah, but the shirts don't look like they fit you. I don't get it. And then I saw a picture where you had a belt, and the belt was loose. So that meant that you expected to gain more weight. I mean, I don't, you know,
It
whatever's
sounds like
clever.
fake news. This sounds like very failing fake news. Do you work for the New York Times?
No, I just drive this truck. That's all. I just drive. I just drive around. I my friend has a truck like this too, and he drives. He has a flag, one of your flags. I can't do that. That's too much. That's just.
You
I can't be
know,
driving.
Rudy
Yeah.
Giuliani is by
Mhm.
far the greatest mayor in the history of New York City.
He's crazy. He's 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 crazy, farting all over the people and everything. I don't get it. That's
He
just
has been working
yeah.
tirelessly, exposing the most corrupt elections.
So he can't hold his cheeks when he's in public. I mean, how hard is that? I mean,
Speaking of holding cheeks, have you heard about Eric Swalwell? Eric Swalwell, he wants to say gaslight, but he can't
yeah.
because he farted on TV.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Is that on the internet? Can I look that up on the internet?
It's
Yeah.
like one thing the CNN puts out that's good news.
Oh, huh. Well, okay. Yeah, that's good. I would call that gaslighting. That's some that's some pretty serious gaslighting. Well, all right. Well, we've run out of time because I know your time is valuable and we've run out of material. So we just I I wanted
Greatest president of all time.
yeah, you keep saying you're the greatest president. I don't get it. How do you get to say that? Why don't
We
we get
had billions and
yeah,
billions and billions and billions of votes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, there's not a billion people here in the United States, America.
Billions and billions.
Yeah, yeah,
Tremendous number of support.
yeah. You know, we got a saying in the truck called "Stop pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining," and sounds
It
like
does
you're
not
kind of
sound very sanitary.
well. Yeah, it's not, and you got to clean up the mess. But still, my point is, it sounds like you're full of baloney. I mean, I I
It's
just
not
kind of
baloney, it's a Big Mac.
I,
It's a
has
Big
anyone ever
Mac.
has anyone ever punched you? I don't believe in violence. I'm a
We will
peaceful.
not bend. We will not break. We will
Yeah,
not yield. We will
yeah,
never give up. We will never back down.
yeah. It sounds like someone's going to glitter bomb you after you get out of being president. I'm just telling you. I mean, that glitter bomb and stuff
As
with all the
someone
glitter.
who is
Yeah,
super in favor of the LGBTQ community, I am okay with glitter.
yeah. I don't. I man, I personally think there's too many alphabets in that one. I mean, I think after the L, G, the B, and the T, that's it. I mean,
Don't forget about the Q and the A and the I and the plus, but especially the Q. I'm a big
yeah,
fan of the Q. Always
yeah,
listen to Q. Q is very smart. He has very good things to say.
yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, whatever. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Mr. President. It's been great having you on. We'd love to have you on again. Maybe we'll get you and Joe Biden sitting in the back seat and y'all can shake hands and you know, and just be peaceful with each other. And, you know, maybe when this when this Dos Equis virus is out of the way, that we can all go and have a bear or someplace, you know. So, you got anything?
It's the China virus. The
Well,
China virus.
I saw on the internet that it didn't come from China; it came from Europe. So,
China.
what's so
China.
China? So China was so anxious. So
China.
all right, all right. I'm gonna have to disconnect here because you're freaking me out. You're
China.
just you're all right. Well, thank you. I'm gonna end the call. Thank you for joining us on Two Queers in a Truck. It's only one right now,
Thank you very
but
much, Christian. It's been a tremendous pleasure, a great pleasure. People often say you are the best interviewer, and I believe them. People often say that you
yeah.
should go and speak with Christian more. So thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh no, thank
4
you.
more years.
No, I don't think we can handle 4 more years. It's been too crazy. I mean, I
You're
just this
right,
is
totally right. 8 more years. President for life.
Yeah, well, all right, whatever's clever. Okay, thank you, sir. I'm gonna disconnect with you.
As
Bye.
as the
Oh,
Mexicans would say, adios.
I gotta play my music. Hold on. Alexa, play music.
Getting the last iHeart radio station you listen to. Pride Radio.
All right, Mr. President, keep dancing. Oh, don't ever raise your hands above your. Don't ever raise your hands above your chest. Keep them low. You never want to go like this. So, bye.